Could Nosicelo Mtebeni's murder have been avoided if she had access to more funding? Well, some students at the University of Hare think so. They say they've not received the NSFAS accommodation allowance since March, which is forcing many of them out of privately owned student housing. But the university says Mtebeni had received all the funding she needed. eNCA's Nceba Ntlanganiso has more.
These students are furious with the University of Hare for withholding their NSFAS student accommodation allowance. It's resulted in a number of students being evicted by their landlords. Some of them say the university is to blame for Nosicelo Mtebeni's murder. They have requested we conceal their identities.
She was indeed affected by this because we as students, we understand that there's not enough residences for us to be sitting in or to be accommodated.
Students say they've been suffering because they haven't received their allowances yet.
From March up until today, most of the students have not received their living allowance, of which it's a hard time for us as students. Most of us have been chased out by our landlords, of which some ended up going back home.
Higher Education Minister Blaine Nzimande raised serious concern on Twitter about the matter. He called on the university and NSFAS to provide a report on the issue. The university has responded to the allegations against it.
Nosicelo's NSFAS account was up to date. That's it. There's no arrears, there's no complaints, there's nothing there. The choices that students make in relation to where they live and who they live with and so on and so forth is something way outside our control.
The Vice-Chancellor says the university has engaged with NSFAS on this matter. It's now waiting for ministerial approval. In the meantime, he says the university has already paid all students out of its own reserves for 3 months. However, NSFAS has told eNCA it's already paid all student allowances for this year to the university. Nceba Ntlanganiso, Hare University.